The first night of a double Legacy Leagues week is
Always
in
the
the books.
best.
Always the best. When you get a 2-for-1 deal during the week. The Werewolves on their way out. You may hear them in the background. They're coming off a big win, but big win in the sense of it was very low scoring. One of the closest games of the night. The Swish Kebabs and Shake and Bake were actually the lowest margin of Week 7. This is Week 7. We'll break down Week 5, which will be taking place on this Thursday. So by the time you're seeing this tomorrow, but first, the Week 7 postgame show, the only postgame show of the week. So we had to do it right. Mike without a shirt, Tyler Krusz with a shirt.
Always dressed.
Me barely dressed. So Tyler Krusz, Mike Bandieri, I'm Joey Zocco. So first, we'll start with the Werewolves, a 10-point win. Take down the Bucket Chasers, who are now 2-4, but are one of those teams where their record may not really tell the story of their season. The Werewolves, 43 points is enough. You were saying how why can't other teams, struggle when they play us? Right, it was kind of 2 poor shooting games going head-to-head, and the Werewolves made enough shots down the stretch. Now we can touch on that one quickly, but now the Werewolves improved to 4-2.
I don't know if I'd call it an ugly offensive game or a great defensive game because there were a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad shots, but there were also a lot of block shots, a lot of steals, a lot of guys diving on the floor. So it was a fun game to watch, but when you look at the box score, it's really like, wow, how are these teams beating anybody else other than each other? But in reality, we know it's not like that. The Bucket Chasers are a great team. Sergio a little cold tonight. Brian and Gino both cold tonight. Brian started off hot. Gino finished off hot. So it kind of worked worked well for them.
Yeah.
But again, like they just neither of those teams look like themselves.
One of the reasons I think it was low scoring is because Gino had such an off night. In
Yeah,
the first half,
he takes a lot of shots.
Yeah, in the first half, it kind of looked like he forgot how to play. But I mean, in the second half, he really came out strong, and especially in the fourth quarter, he hit a couple of big shots.
Oh, big one, especially one in the corner over there.
That one.
The one to start off
to
the
put him
fourth.
away.
Yeah,
and to start the fourth, but
Seal
also
it,
the
yeah.
one to put him away.
Put the nail in the coffin.
And also on this court, Swish Kebabs and Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake tied game with 2 to go.
Really?
Yes. And
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
And there was a couple back and forth plays where the Shake and Bake had a lead in the fourth quarter on a big 3-pointer, but they do fall by 5. It was tied at 55. The final score 63-58. So the Swish Kebabs make some shots, make some free throws, and put them away. Now they're 5-1. Boom Shakalaka. We'll get to them in a second. Also 5-1. Setting up our Game of the Week showdown. Spoiler. That'll be on the Instagram and Twitter on Thursday day.
Is it fun having two different days of games because it's easier to pick a game of the week?
It's not. Fun or easier.
Easy,
It's not
no?
in my vocabulary
Really?
when it comes to
Really?
2 game nights.
Okay.
But in that sense, yes, to pick a good matchup, yes. First, let's break down the Swish Kebabs. You guys weren't here, were you?
No, but I talked to Tyler after the game, and I was like, dude, what happened? Who did you play? Like, who showed up for them? And he was like, no, we just played really poorly. We didn't really make any shots. I shot poorly. Ball wasn't moving. So hopefully it's just one game for them because last year we saw them start incredibly hot and then almost lose to you guys who are kind of still finding it and then lose to you guys at the end of the season who were kind of climbing in. Remember that?
Last year at the end
of the
game. Joey Bones had that. That buzzer beating dunk.
So, like, hopefully Swish, it's just, maybe it's not the second half blues. Maybe that's just their thing. Maybe they just don't like the second half of the season. I don't know. Hopefully they can rebound Thursday night against Boom Shakalaka because they're going to need it.
If they're having second half blues and they're 5-1, I mean that's fine.
Yeah.
That's kind of stuff you can deal with. I think from what I saw, sloppy play. Shake and Bake is starting to find their rhythm a little bit. I know you mentioned that. Just talking about them kind of staying in this game, and they're making some of those passes, getting those layups where they're not the best shooting team. They were hitting some shots today, which always helps. Not the best shooting team. I think they'd admit that. But when they're able to move the ball and put themselves in a good position to score and make it easier on themselves, that's what they're trying to do.
When you don't have the one guy that can just say, like, all right, I'm going to take the rock and I'm going to score on this possession no matter where I shoot it from, you just need to work on getting good shots for no matter who it is on the team. And that's what they did. That's what they've been doing.
Find the hot hand.
Yeah,
exactly. And so that sets up the 0-6 Shake and Bake versus the 0-6 Wild Hogs. We're going to put Boom Shakalaka on hold for a second. They fall to the undefeated Lob City, so 2 teams 6 games apart in the standings through six games. So that happens. 115-85, a 30-point 30-point game. I was busy over here. You were over there. We'll let Krusz go first.
You guys always pick the best nights, like your best offensive nights against the best offensive teams. We just go like
fun.
80-something against Boom Shakalaka.
78 against
78, 85 against Lob City, but you guys are just giving up 100+ when you do that. Which is,
it's not fair because you guys created the verb Nate Stitchled. You guys got Nate Stitchled when you played Boom.
And now you played Lob City, and you just got Lob City.
Did you get Palumbo'd?
No, you got
Which
everybody.
could also is fun to say.
Cody had 30-something. Palumbo had double digits. Greg had 17 assists and 7 points. It was just
Yeah, and
nuts.
we had no answer for Darius down low either.
Oh, none at all.
We don't have anybody close to that size.
I mean, Coro's big, but Coro's not big. Coro's tall.
He's like me, but 6'4".
Yeah, exactly. When you're not like Darius.
No, not at all.
And the other half of that Game of the Week showdown, we're going to zoom ahead here. Swish Kebabs on Thursday night, I believe at 9:30. We'll take on Boom Shakalaka, who won today, improving to 5-1. Taking on the halfway Crooks, 86-55. We didn't get stitchled, but on a smaller scale, I would say so. He was hitting a ton of shots. I don't know what he finished with.
31.
31. That's not 56,
not 56.
No.
But it felt like more than 31. Threes in transition were a problem. Boom Shakalaka, Lucas Martin hitting
22.
shots, Mark Belleville hitting shots, Trevor
Hey,
DeMarco.
welcome back, Mark
I was just
Belleville.
gonna say,
You
that's
got welcome
first
back
time.
to the 17 points for him in his first game back.
He
No
was
cobwebs
hitting-
at all.
He's
I
a
agree.
baller.
Yeah,
I
he
agree.
loves it. He could just show natural athlete. Doesn't have to warm up. Just shows up and starts balling.
Show up and ball. And
Big
Trevor
baller.
D'Amico able to get to the hoop.
As always.
And that's
Yeah.
a recipe for disaster for whoever they're playing. What did you guys see quickly in that one?
Exactly what you said. When you have Stitchell give up 31 points, you kind of need to limit it at Stitchell with 31 points. You can't have Lucas with 22. You can't have Belleville with 17 and D'Amico with however many he had. So when Stitchell's going to get his own, you just got to kind of limit that, and that's just what didn't happen. You had the other guys doing their own thing, and that's when it really gets a mess when you play Boom Shakalaka.
Yeah, they have so many threats too. Like Lucas Martin could catch fire from outside, or D'Amico could get a few dunks in a row going,
Yeah.
or Belleville, or Matt Kamara wasn't there tonight.
I know, I missed him.
He
Larry
shows
Bird.
up. Yeah,
That's my guy. It's my guy to
Larry
guard.
Bird.
So they really screwed me on that one, not leaving me anyone to guard.
So yeah, I
Just
mean,
don't guard anyone.
That's what ended up happening, unfortunately. So we're going to make Week 5 picks very quickly, which will be a fun thing to tease. And I may have you edit this into an Instagram thing.
Ooh.
Some
broadening
spoiler.
my horizons.
Yeah. We'll get there. So first, I believe they're in order. Halfway Crooks 2-4. Werewolves, if I can speak English, 4-2. Game pick in one sentence, and I mean one sentence.
Werewolves, I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Agreed.
Okay. Then we have Boom Shakalaka 5-1, Swish Kebabs 5-1, our game of the entire week for both nights.
I'm going to take Boom just because of what I saw from Stitch on Tuesday, on tonight.
Tonight.
Yes.
I was gonna say that, but I'll go Swish Kebabs.
There we go. If you guys want to place some type of wager on that, we can do on
I'll
the
throw.
next post game.
Yeah, I get paid Thursday. Why
I don't
not?
mean money. That would be illegal. Maybe not
Yeah,
yet
we can
anymore.
edit that out.
You can pay the rest. You can pay the rest of my text for the rest of the year.
I like it. I like it. If
And what do I
Boom
get?
Shakalaka,
You edit all my
get-
videos.
You get a
There you
roster
go.
spot.
Sold. All right,
That
awesome.
means I got to pay.
Putting it on your tab, bringing to a whole new level. He just gets to point at Krusz and be like,
That's my
take
guy.
care of that. All right, then we have Bucket Chasers, now 2-4. Lob City 6-0, but they've played once already. The first week of the season, so that's not so fair. I think it'll be a little more interesting, but
I'm going to take Lob City because they haven't shown
you
me
pick
any
them
reason
until
why
they
I should.
lose,
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the Patriots.
all right. Then the Wild Hogs 0-6, Shake and Bake 0-6. I know
You're
you
not
won't
going.
be here.
And
Me-
Joey
me
Bones
and
isn't
Joey
going.
Corral.
So,
So
we're
I'm gonna
breaking
go
more
with
news
Shake
on the
and Bake.
post game. Shake and Bake, do you want to
I'm
pick?
going Wild Hogs.
There you go. Hey, respect.
Ed
You're not going to be
Scampoli,
there.
Ed Scampoli's gonna break out.
We'll grab Ed on the post game.
Yeah. We're gonna just put his face over yours.
Yeah, put some fake
on the-
tattoos
Yeah,
on
on the
him.
post game. Last word, anything?
I got nothing tonight.
All right, sweet. Yeah, this is awesome. All right, so that'll be it. No post game show Thursday, so stay tuned for those matchups. We got a big week here.
Big
So
low
we go-
post.
That's
Big low
right.
post coming out this
So
week.
that'll have to be Friday or Saturday.
That's my last word. Yeah.
Cool. So stay tuned for the podcast. They'll break down both weeks. Hopefully they'll be doing it after Thursday. And then we're back Tuesday. Again, that would be the 24th. So we go Thursday, the 19th, week 5 on the schedule. The 24th, we get back to regular action, which will be week 8. So we're all out of order. But
Hey, we're
playoffs are 2 weeks away, 2 calendar weeks away. They're the first week in August. Do math. I don't know where we are. What's today? Who knows? So for the guys, I know this is the Week 7 post-game show, and that's a wrap for that. Stay tuned for more games on Thursday, and we'll see you back here at the Rec Center for more Legacy Leagues action.